Unleash Your Light is essentially ways that we can embody unconditional love for ourselves and others in everyday life. Now, oneness is a piece of that bigger picture. Oneness says that I recognize, just like the word namaste, the light in me acknowledges or recognizes the light in you. Get down. My kitty's on the counter, sorry. The light in me recognizes or acknowledges the light in you. As oneness is recognizing that divine light in the person that is sitting across from you and in every person that you meet, that they are literally an extension of the exact same piece of God. And a lot of people say a lot of things about this, but if you imagine that God is the ocean and each one of us is a drop of the ocean, when we leave, we are an individual drop doing whatever it is we're doing. But when we go back, we are the ocean again. And so it's recognizing while we are a droplet that we are the ocean that is the journey that we're supposed to be on in this lifetime, and specifically at this time, because the energies of the astrological, like the stars and the moon and the conjunctions and the eclipses, they're all creating this new energy that is especially moldable to the energy of anything, to any strong energies. And so people who are focused on good are going to create 10 times more good, 20 times more good. I don't know the numbers. I'm not the science girl. I'm just saying that the more energy that we put into it, the more we're going to get out of it. If you're noticing manifestation is working faster, or your changes when you try to heal something or clear it or purge or whatever you like to say, it goes faster. It goes a little bit easier. We're able to access those gifts a little bit easier. Now, that oneness concept is going to be the thing in this energy that we're all going to have to acknowledge and live by every single day and amplify. So in amplifying that energy, it's going to spread, okay? In amplifying that energy, we will be affecting all the energies, blah, blah, blah. So to me, this is the ultimate purpose. It's just for all of us to embrace the light of the universe, to embrace the love, and to interact with others as that, and to recognize that that person in front of us is another expression of the exact same thing on the exact same journey, learning how to express unconditional love. Now, if you look at that person and go, they're a jerk, they're a horrible person, they lie, they cheat, they steal, then our mindset needs to not be they're bad, we're good, or that person is separate and what they do doesn't affect me. We're all connected. What they do is affecting you, but not for you to get mad about it, but rather to see that as an expression of you, a version of you, because as we said, if we are the drops outside of the ocean, when we rejoin, we are all still the ocean. So the drop of the ocean that is inside your jerk friend over there is the same ocean that you are. So recognizing that, and bringing it into a practical world, bringing it into a practical application, because people do not make it easy for you to see them as God or as an extension of yourself. So, and that's kind of the point, is us getting to that point where we are able to interact with each other as both individual sovereign beings, the drops, and as the ocean, recognizing that that's another piece of me having a completely different experience. So now that may sound like kind of a big thing. And we've had so much division lately. And I will say that the forces that want to divide us and keep us apart from our own spirituality will try to divide us in the physical and tell us that by dividing from those people, we are strengthening ourselves. And yet it is in all joining together where the strength comes. So our energy amplifies and grows as with other people. And so it's most important that we are able to be the ones to recognize that energy of the light, of joy, of God, of whatever you like to call it, in that other person in that other drop. So the thing that we're going to kind of talk about is how do you actually do that in the real world? Because like I said, people don't make it easy for you to recognize them as you. Because I don't want to be that jerk friend, right? You're looking at your jerk friend thinking, why you treat me this way? You're so this, you're so that. But if they are you, a version of you, treating you in that way, why? What did that version of you go through? Why does your version, that version of you, think it's okay to do this? So how do we actually get to that point where we can ask those questions and not just want to cut off that friend and say, goodbye, you're out of here? Now, you might still do that. But first you need to figure out, why am I acting like this towards myself? And this is not an easy thing, because people have a tendency to see their side of a situation and to not put themselves in the opposite side, to not have empathy for the other side of the situation. So as I said, if we are drops from the same ocean, each drop is having its own experience, and the life that it leads takes it to the way that it acts, the self-defense mechanisms that it builds, the ego protections, all the walls that come down, all the lashing out, all of the turning inward, everything has been created in us by the life that we go through. So everyone has gone through a different life. Every drop from the ocean, if the ocean is the light of God, right? Each one of us is a drop. When we go back, we're the ocean again. Each one of us drops is having a completely different experience, wrapped in a completely different skin, and formed by completely different things. And we're constantly yearning to go back to the ocean, right? We always are working towards merging and recognizing that we're not just a drop floating around alone, that we are actually the ocean, okay? So, like I said, people don't make it easy. And so empathy is the way that we connect with those people telepathically, in the 5D, energetically, whatever you want to call it. You do not have to do this work with the person who's a jerk. Because more than likely, they are not ready to have any sort of conversation like that to you. And the best way to affect your situation with them is to change how you react to them. To change how you see them, to shift your perspective so that you are no longer seeing them as someone who is attacking you and hurting you, and rather you are seeing them as you attacking and hurting yourself, or some expression of that.